So, good evening, everybody. My name is JP Tuason, and I'm the CEO of Tuason Racing. I'd like to welcome everybody tonight to Riding Shotgun Conversations with TRS. We have a very, very special guest, one of our supporters over the years, great guy. He's had 25 years of experience in the petroleum industry. He's the president and COO of Phoenix Petroleum, and something you may not know is he is a graduate from DLSU. Woo!
Best school in town.
Best school in town. I agree with you. Woohoo! He has graduated from industrial engineering, minor in mechanical. We have tonight Sir Bong Fadullon. Woo!
Hi, good evening. Good evening. Good evening, JP, and good evening to your televiewers.
How you doing, sir? You know, the interesting thing is not only did I graduate from LaSalle as well, LaSalle Taft, I also finished industrial engineering minor in mechanical.
Yeah. Best course in town.
It is. It is. You know, I started with mechanical engineering as my first course, and after drawing gears for about a year, I said, this is not going to work out for me. I had to move.
But you wanted to be an engineer.
I wanted to always be an engineer, and it has served me well over the last couple of years doing what we do. All right, so for tonight, what we want to do is we want to tackle the innovations that the automotive industry is doing post-COVID, right? Yeah. But before we do that, we want to talk a bit about motorsports. Phoenix has been a big supporter of motorsports over the years, and we want to talk a little bit about that. So let's start off with some of these photos, and maybe we could chat about how you guys have supported motorsports. Okay, so our first photo is the this is the Inside Racing Grand Prix. Yeah, there we go. So I think you guys were the major sponsor or the title sponsor for this. So maybe you can talk to us a little bit about your involvement and why you guys got involved in motorcycle racing.
All right. So, well, I'll talk about motorsports in general. So,
okay.
As we're all aware, Phoenix is a fuel brand, and then what better way to profile our products and allow people to not just see, but more importantly, experience the product. So right. It's motorsports is a great way to connect with consumers that follow our brand, and considering that our brand is at its infancy compared to the giants that we're up against. I mean, it's a great way for us to showcase the best and the brightest of what our brand can offer, connect with customers and the like. So that's, I guess, the primary motivation for us going into motorsports. Now, second is there is also an element about connecting with the consumer and providing them a platform to experience the brand. Now, motorsports is very experiential. So if you're right. a spectator, you're there, you see it, you experience it. If you're a somebody who competes in it, that's even better.
Right.
But I guess wherever you are in the spectrum, whether you're viewing it from your TV at home, or you're there experiencing, or you're competing, you experience that whole drama with the brand behind you or within you, or so that's the kind of experience that we'd like to have with our consumers. And of course, the last thing is motorsports is very, how would I say, aspirational, if you like.
Right.
Yeah, so,
I agree.
And us being there with the biggest and the brightest brands, if you like, and competing at the highest level, allows us to put our brand set against those different brands in that motorsport environment, which is aspirational, and make it something more real, how would I say, reachable for our consumers, for those who want to aspire and be part of it. I mean, it's an excellent way to be one with your brand. And so that's the whole piece that motivates us to, I guess, be in motorsports.
Yeah, I've experienced your products firsthand, and not only do you have great fuels, you also have great lubes as well. And if we cycle through some of these photos, I think a lot of these products have been used in not only in the cars but on the motorcycles. So this is a great photo. I think this is a one make motorcycle series, right? That you
Yeah.
guys were involved in.
And
So
if you look at that team competing there,
yeah,
that's one of the best, if not the best, motorcycle team. And
yeah,
so you've got the following behind that brand and that
yeah.
team, and you've got the whole experience of the brand wrapped around it. Yeah, so that's the kind of intimacy that we would like to have with our consumer. You have a winning team, and you've
Yeah.
got the brand right behind it.
And it's not just that. What I noticed also is you like to develop the young talents. You have a lot of young motorsports talents that you guys are supporting, and that's great because for the up and coming kids, right? They're looking for support, and you guys are supporting the up and coming drivers and riders. So I think we've
True.
got some more photos as well of your involvement. I think now in cars. So you've supported cars, motorcycles. And then in a bit we'll also show that you guys are involved in single seaters. So the whole spectrum of motorsports is what you guys are involved in.
True. That's right. And so, and the insight behind that is there are individuals behind each of these platforms of vehicles, if you like, whether it's a motorbike, a car, or a single seater, if you like. There's always an individual right behind it, and to support individuals of this nature, or up and coming individuals. This is very much similar to the story of the brand. I mean, we're a very young brand, 18 years at that. Started in the province, fledgling brand at the beginning. Now we're punching way beyond our weight, and we're challenging the incumbents. So I mean,
Right.
that's the kind of persona we would like to build for the brand, and what better way than to do that than to support and encourage individuals who have the same story as our brand,
Right.
because we would like to make them realize and make them believe, if you like, that they have what it takes to succeed. Pretty much the same story as the brand.
So our brand, if I'm not mistaken, it's an all Filipino brand, right? We're all Pinoy. It's developed.
Absolutely.
It's a homegrown brand.
Absolutely.
And
Proudly Filipino, 18 years ago, started in Davao,
mhm,
Cinderella story. It's accidental at that. You have one individual dreaming, aspiring, up against the whole world, eventually breaking out of Davao City where we started, and then now we're across the country. From fuels, we are now in LPG, we are in Family Mart convenience retailing, we are in fintech, we are overseas, we are now in Vietnam, we are in
really,
Singapore.
wow.
So that little brand that started as an accident in Davao, downplayed by many as just one other startup, is now, like I said, challenging the big brands, and has even outdone its old vision or dream, if you like. We're now in Vietnam, in Singapore. I mean, who would have thought that? So
That is amazing. That is amazing. And what's really surprising is how quickly it's grown, especially here in Metro Manila, right? I was making cuento with you guys earlier this year that I actually went to make pagas at a different brand here in Alabang, different brand gas station because we didn't have a Phoenix here yet. And then I was at the gas station one week, nagpagas ako. And then the following week, I went to the same station, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Phoenix there!" It's like boom.
true.
And it's just amazing how quickly you guys are growing, and it's great to be working with a partner that's so forward thinking. It's a growing brand. It's so aspirational. What is the future like for Phoenix? What are you guys looking at achieving?
So, I mean, of course, we are at the moment, we are number 4, number 3, depending on the period time frame. We definitely have bigger dreams, and we'd like to go for the number 1 spot. I mean, who wants to say number 4, number 3? I mean, there's always a price behind. So we try to outbid ourselves, and what better way than, I mean, if we went all the way, we went this far, we always say we're going all the way, and what better way to aspire for that than to go all the way to the number 1 spot. I mean, that is where we aspire to be, and I think over and beyond the number, what we really aspire to do is to offer ourselves as, in everything that we do, we try to offer ourselves as being the credible, and we'd like to be the preferred alternative, if you like. So whether we go into the LPG business, the fuels retailing business, lubricants, convenience retailing, if you like, wherever it is, whatever we do, we always want to start off by offering ourselves as a credible, and hopefully will become a preferred alternative to whoever is the incumbent. So that's kind of the overarching vision that we would like to have. Now, of course, the resultant, if you're able to do it well, is I mean, you get number 1 spot. And so that remains to be our desire. But offering ourselves as credible and preferred alternatives, that is the overarching mission, if you like.
Very nice, sir. That's great to hear. And on your way to number 1, sasama kami sa inyo. Gusto namin yan. Gusto namin yan.
So thank you.
We are winners. We like to hang out with winners. Sama kami, sir.
Thank you. And we look forward to a bigger and brighter and a more intimate relationship with your team. We like like-minded groups to be working with us as well. So,
excellent, sir. What I wanted to move into is a bit of how the automotive companies or automotive-related companies are shifting to innovations in this time of COVID or post-COVID, right? Because we're coming out of the lockdown. How has Phoenix sort of moved in a new direction?
All right, so
good point. That's pros of
yeah. So good question. So I mean, if you take a step back and reflect on what hit us or what hit the world. I mean, right now we are what we call this a crisis of fear, anxiety, uncertainty. Right. I mean, that's practically how I would describe what we're facing right now. You know that there is danger out there. You don't know where it is. You know whether it's near you, far from you. You know it's there, but you don't seem to be. You can't see it. You can't feel it. So we have fear, anxiety, and uncertainty wrapping around the whole persona, if you like, of mindset of the individual. So within that set, we tried to respond and tried to, like I said, offer alternatives to our consumers, just to reassure them, if you like, on ensuring that if they come over to us, whether it's Family Mart, our service stations, whatever it is that we offer to them, they don't have anything to fear, if you like.
Right.
Or the fear is minimized, managed, and the like. So it's almost like you have to dial up the responses that you offer and provide them, amplify it to make sure that you put it in their face, front and center. So how are we doing it? So if you walk into a gas station of Phoenix, the first thing that you see is the personal protective equipment that the individual you're interacting with is wearing, if you like.
Yeah, I think we have a photo of that. So let's try to bring that photo up, and there we go.
So that's my point. You have to amplify. You almost put it in the face of the individual that the person you're dealing with is aware that danger exists.
Right.
So if there is danger, it's not going to be with me, or it's not going to be in this point of sale, if you like, not in the Phoenix outlet. The second one is protocols. Yeah, so because you only need to make people aware that the protocols have changed. So, for example, in the exchange of monies, you have a basket that people provide. So,
Right.
so that the exchange of money, there is no physical interaction, if you like, with the exchanges. So there is a basket
Right.
where you put your money.
Right.
And then most recently, we rolled out this new initiative called
Okay.
touchless or contactless payments. Because this one, there is no more intervention. You simply
Right.
wave to the person. You don't even need to open your window. If
Really?
you're
Wow.
if you're afraid that
Yeah.
there is going to be some danger if you open your window, you
Yeah.
need to just simply wave your
I.
device,
Yeah.
and then you're able to settle the payments that you transacted with in the service station. Now, this is also available in Family Mart, in our LPG outlets and the like. So we're trying to provide you different levels of assurance, if you like, dialed up and amplified to give you that confidence that the risk, however present, is minimized, if you like, in Phoenix outlets.
Yeah, I think that's amazing because being a consumer myself, I've got kids. If you have to gas up, right? The concern that you have is, wow, I have to open the window. I have to talk to this person that I don't know, that's talking to many people that are coming to the station, right? And then I have to give him money, and then he's going to give me money back that's come from
Right.
you don't know where, right?
Right.
This is a really, really great option to have this contactless fueling up.
Correct.
So, so you're saying that you just use your cell phone. So do they scan it? How does it work?
So we have a mobile card reader, which you see being it's a handheld reader, which is
Is it
held
from
by
the photo, the last photo with the guy with the PPE? Is this
yeah.
it?
So that's the one.
Ah, okay, all right,
So you have
great.
that one. It's got the scanner right behind it.
And then
So
I
all you need
see.
to do
Okay,
is so you can do WeChat Pay, Alipay, or Pay Maya or GCash. I mean, whatever is your service provider.
okay,
You fire up the QR code in your telephone, in your handphone, and then once the QR code appears, you have it scanned through the
right,
card reader. Now you don't have to
right.
open your window. I mean, you can have it. You can open your window if you like, but if you wish to just have it scanned, you just wave it in short distance, and then you're off. You're settled.
That is amazing. That's amazing.
And we rolled that out during the COVID crisis, during when everybody was locked down.
Yeah.
That's when we thought about rolling it out and then scaled it up. And then while everybody was locked down, we were busy trying to put that in place so that when the lockdown is lifted and people rush, we have this option already that we're able to provide. Now, again, that is part and parcel of a suite of solutions that we offer. I mean, it's up to you which one you opt.
That is fantastic. And I see you've got GCash as well, right? So basically, if my son needs to make pagas and he doesn't have any money, I could actually just GCash him some money and he could do a contactless payment solution, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Now I don't know whether you see that as a downside, but now he's here to ask for money from that. So.
At least I know he's going to be able to get home, right?
Yeah,
Importante.
yeah.
All right, very cool. So this is all great stuff, and I also heard that you guys are going to start offering a back to clean something in the stations as well, right?
Correct. So again, we are well aware that consumers, however careful they are, always think that your vehicles might require some sanitation, if you like. Yeah, so we are again, over the period of the lockdown, we have secured a partnership with a company from Germany, and supplied by a local individual. And then we can provide antibacterial sanitation service for your vehicles. And then we offer this for a discount for consumers who patronize our brand. So I think it goes for about, I believe, about 750 pesos, 780 pesos. We can offer it to you for half the price
Wow.
in Phoenix, on
Wow.
offer. If only to, again, reassure people who continue to follow or patronize our brand, to provide another level of security or peace of mind, if you like. So what that does is you park your car, and then we run this machine through and fumigates and sanitizes your vehicle, to make sure that, should there be any virus, for that matter, that may have come into your vehicle or contact with parts of your vehicle inside, we can actually sanitize it, if you like. So again, that's an option that we're providing to consumers if they like.
Well, that's a great offer because if you think about it, right? Now that they've opened up a bit to the lockdown, everyone's going to be going to the grocery. They're going to be buying stuff. They're putting stuff in their car. You just never know, right? If those items have virus or whatever. So to be able to sanitize the car is important, or especially for the ride sharing cars, like if you have a Grab or whatever, right? People go in and out of the car. You want to make sure that you can sanitize. So that's great. You can have that service done at Phoenix. It's heavily subsidized. I think that's fantastic, and it's being offered at. Is it at all of the stations that have the AutoWorks or?
Yes, it will be available in, at least initially, at all service stations with our AutoWorks service facility.
Okay.
And then progressively we'll expand it and offer it in more service stations, even without AutoWorks.
Okay, wow, that's great. So to get the discount, you just need to present the receipt or something that you've made pagas at the station, then
Correct.
You can get a special price.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. And then for the contactless fueling, is this all of Manila stations?
I believe.
Or is it nationwide already?
No, we're rolling it out across the network. We have
Okay.
655 service stations. I think
Wow.
it's now available in a little less than 200 sites.
Okay.
But we're
Okay.
progressively rolling it out, and we'd like to cover as many of our 655 service stations
Okay.
within the next month or so.
Wow. Okay, great. So within the next month, it should be at most of the stations already. That's
Yes.
fantastic.
So we should be rolling out in Metro Cebu and Metro Davao, I think, within the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great to hear. So if you are watching out there, that's something to be looking out for, making sure that your car is virus-free. And when you gas up, you don't need to open the window and give out cash and get cash back. You can just use your cell phone. I think that's a great innovation from Phoenix. Another thing that I want to talk about before we move on is the announcement that you guys made. I was shocked that you guys made it. I'm very happy that you guys made it because it goes to show that again, the forward thinking. And what this announcement was that you guys announced very recently that you're going to be working from home for the rest of the year.
True. So yeah, you're right. So first of all, I'd like to share that we have 1,800 employees in the system.
Wow.
And we're quite fortunate that 13 weeks post-lockdown, none of the 1,800 employees, along with their families, have been infected by the virus. So we're blessed by God Almighty, and of course we did persevere, and we instituted some measures also, and we'd like to keep it that way. Our belief in the company is that for you to be able to survive and, more importantly, thrive in the new norm, you need a safe, healthy, and, more importantly, a motivated workforce for you to be able to get through this. And so this is part and parcel of that desire for us to be able to survive and, more importantly, thrive, is to make sure that our employees are all safe, healthy, and motivated. So we announced very early on, I think even halfway through the lockdown, I think on our first month, we already made an announcement that this is going to be the way of working to the future, because unless and until there is a vaccine, I don't believe that the risk of getting exposed and contracting the virus is going to come down. I mean, it's even going to go up as activity goes up. And so, apart from keeping our workforce healthy, safe, and motivated, this is also our company's contribution to the overall government's effort to keep the country running and businesses running and thriving. Because I mean, if you have this virus uncontained even within your workforce, and you multiply that by the number of companies out there, I mean, you can imagine what's going to happen in the economy. So we believe this is our own contribution, apart from keeping our people safe, healthy, and motivated. It's also our personal contribution to the overall effort of the government to keep the economy running and keep people safe.
I think this is a very, very good initiative. I know you guys just built a beautiful brand new building in BGC, and by doing this, you're basically foregoing using that building, and
Absolutely.
I think that's a very, very big decision to make, and I congratulate you guys on making such a bold move. But I think it's the way forward. And I'm totally with you guys on that one. Working from home needs to be the way to go. Yeah.
And I think I ought to acknowledge and also the support and the encouragement and the openness of our founder and owner. Because I mean, right from the very beginning, he was very supportive and encouraging of us going in this direction, even at the very onset, because I guess we share the same thinking that people are our greatest asset, so we protect that. We protect the business if we protect them as well. So we're quite fortunate to have such open-minded owner as well and supportive.
Yeah, I had a chat actually with Dennis at the end of last year, and he was saying that one of the most important resources that you guys have is people.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's a great initiative that you guys are doing. I wish you guys all the luck with it. We're also trying to test the waters with working from home, so I'm crossing my fingers.
It's great. It's great. By the way, it does wonders to your bottom line. Your cost is down.
That's true. That's true. And in these times, that's what we need, right? But what I want to do is I want to move a little bit back to motorsports, which is where we started this conversation, and I wanted to show the poster of our program that we have with you guys, the Race for Frontliners. So I want to thank you guys for supporting us over the years, and also for this year's support for our Race for Frontliners. We can't be racing on the track now, so what we've done is we've started racing virtually, and we've gone to the venue of esports. So this is the program that we launched as we came into the lockdown, and this program is basically a virtual racing challenge, which we ended just last night. We partnered with Phoenix Pulse, we partnered with Family Mart, we partnered with LG and PC Express, and we had hundreds of players and thousands of people watching this. And what I wanted to get to is, as of yesterday, our donation count was, we've got it in a second. There we go. So as of yesterday, we had 283,000 pesos worth of donations, but last night's final game added 120,000 pesos to this. So we ended the race for frontliners with 403,000 pesos donated to the frontliners, different barangays, different hospitals, different police and army initiatives. So we've fed and helped a lot of people over the last couple of weeks and months. And I want to thank Phoenix for supporting us all the way on this. You guys are awesome.
No,
Maraming
thank
salamat.
Thank you as well. I mean, this is one of the great examples of great collaboration with like-minded organizations like yours. So because, I mean, for many, right after the crisis hit everyone, I mean, people started hunkering down,
Yeah.
not doing anything. But I guess trying to figure out a way to not only to stay relevant, but to be able to contribute not just to the welfare of the frontliners, but even the people locked down at home.
Yeah.
And to be able to do something productive. I mean, this is an excellent example. Now, all within the remit, if you like, of our purpose, because our purpose was motorsports. And so how do you now become relevant even with motorsports and do a contribution? I mean, this ticks all the boxes, if you like. I mean, I always say this is one great, brilliant example of innovation in the new norm. I mean, if we have more and more of this, there's no way we will lose against this virus, if you like.
I totally agree with you. I think motorsports at the moment will be online, and moving forward, I think it'll only grow. Esports will only get bigger and bigger. So I think we're definitely going in the right direction. I mean, there's nothing that's going to be able to replace real racing on the track. But at this point in time, I think esports is the way to go. And again, I want to thank Phoenix, Sir Bong, for all of your support, because we're leading the way with this.
Thank you. Proud to be your partner.
Thank you. So, okay, what we want to do is we want to show a quick video. I think we have a video of Rian, and she's one of the Phoenix endorsers. We had her on our show last night. Here she is racing our Formula V1 cars. And the interesting thing about the Formula V1 cars is they are the fastest one-make race in the Philippines now. They are single-seater cars, so they're basically Formula cars. Very fast. And the fuel that we use is the pump fuel, the Phoenix 95-octane pump fuel. And that's being used in this car right now. And what's the point? The point is, tonight, we are going to raffle off 3,000 pesos of fuel GCs. You can choose any fuel that you like from Phoenix, but you can choose this one, which is the high-octane fuel, which we actually use in our race cars, our Formula V1 race cars. So we're going to give away 3 1,000 peso GCs, and all you have to do is comment on the chat box below. We will take the 10th, 11th, and 12th correct comment in the comments below, and Sir Bong is going to throw out a question for the raffle tonight. Sir Bong, what is the question for our raffle tonight?
All right, so I mentioned it earlier. So how many service stations have we opened so far?
That's a good question. So the question tonight is how many service stations does Phoenix have nationwide at this point in time? Is that something that they can Google? Is that updated on the internet, or is it like?
I mentioned it while we were talking.
That's fantastic. So you guys got to watch the video again if you missed that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take number 10, number 11, and number 12. Okay, in terms of comments. So you've got a few seconds to find the right answer. And comments below, we're gonna reach out and let you guys know tomorrow if you are the winner. And sir, we're now at the end of our podcast. Do you have any parting words for our viewers out there?
So I guess first of all, I'd like to thank your outfit, JP, and all the things that you've done along with us, especially during this crisis. I think this crisis is something that I don't think anyone expected, anybody saw, nor I say imagine how much impact it would create for everyone. So to be able to have a partner like you think about things like this. I mean, even having this podcast for us to be able to reach out to our consumers and connect with them. I mean, to us, we're really grateful. I guess the only message that I would like to add before I pass on back to you is that your brand has been around for the last 18 years. It's been with you through this journey. We will be with you as we go through the new normal. We'll continue to aspire, desire to provide you the best and most, I say, relevant options for you to be able to keep yourself safe, secure, and have peace of mind. So please continue to follow our brand. We will always be there. Give us feedback, and we look forward to continue to serving you post-lockdown. Keep safe, keep healthy.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Awesome. So on that note, I want to thank all of the viewers for watching tonight. My name is JP Tuason, and this is Sir Bong from Phoenix. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I love you. Stay safe, and see you guys online.
Thank you.